Hey Eagles, I'm Joelle.
And I'm Rebecca. We are here with Bill and our favorite architect, Jennifer Quickly.
Jennifer is here to tell us a bit about the designs of the new school.
Yeah, so we're here in one of the classroom wings. All of the classrooms are organized by grade level around a central collaboration area. This one you can see has great natural daylighting. That's a purposeful design element that we've built into the building to make sure that we're enhancing the student performance. Natural daylighting is one of those things, along with indoor air quality, that helps the students retain the information that they're learning throughout the day and stay focused.
All right, Jennifer, first question. Would you like to show us some of the design elements you're most excited about?
I would love to. We're standing here right in the student plaza. It's kind of the central space that's in between all of the buildings. So all of the buildings here are meant to be inward focused, and that's a security element of the feature that we heard that the community is really excited about. We can see a lot of different elements of the design from this spot. So if you look over here, you can see where one of the nice murals is going to be, and this giant 2-story building hosting all the classrooms. And then a little bit further down, you can see the garden area. And past that, you can imagine what the student playground is going to look like, with really large play equipment, basketball courts, and a soccer field way out there. And we keep going around, you can see the outdoor dining area that's covered for protection from the sun or the rain, but it also has a really nice translucent daylighting panel, so you'll get some natural light underneath there. And it opens up into the multi-purpose room, so the students can grab their lunch, the doors open up, and they can have direct access to the outside. When we keep going around to this plaza, there's so much exciting things to show you. There'll be some more murals and our great front entry feature, but there's also a little tiered seating area here with some trees and a nice place to sit right outside of the library.
Another question we had is, what other design elements do students need to know about?
Thanks for asking. I can tell you more about the classroom building. It's one of my favorite spaces, and we put a lot of effort into the design. But the design is really led by the community and the students. We really engage them to get their feedback on what they wanted to go into the building. So there's going to be a lot of really great graphics. And what the students were able to participate in the design was the voting process of the big ideas for each of the pods. So as I mentioned, the pods are organized around grade levels, and each area on the first and second floor has a design idea to it. So one of them is water. They're all elements of nature. So the other one above that is kind of like the air or the sun. And then here on the first floor, we have the garden. And then above that, we have the earth and some natural landscape features. So the theme of each of these pods will be integrated into the design. So you'll really see it come to life once the graphics and the colors and everything really comes together at the end.
And for our million-dollar question, with all of the rain, are we still on track with the completion date of our new school?
Well, I'll tell you, I can give you about $1.50 worth of that, okay? I can't give you it all, but with the rain, it's been challenging, but we are on schedule. When you students come back to school, you'll be right in here and it will be completed. So I'm excited about that. It is going to rain a little bit this week, and I'm not excited about that, but it's all good. Was that worth $1 million?
Yes.
Oh, good. Good. Well, I think what we're sitting in is a administration building. This is the entrance to the school right here to my left side. So the public will come in, and they'll come to the administration desk, and for them to get on campus, someone will have to buzz the door to open it so they can get on campus. And that's what we were talking about, being so excited here a while back, is that truly the students are secured in to where the public can't get to them unless somebody lets them in on campus.
Yeah, and that's one of the biggest things, like I mentioned, that the community told us that they had concerns about, was making sure that this campus was safe and secure. And so that's one of the features. We have perimeter fencing around the campus, and the design of the buildings and even the location of where they're placed is all meant to keep students secure. In case anything were to happen and we had to go into lockdown mode, there's window shades on every single window that you can push a button and the shades will come down automatically. Also, part of the feature is the doors of the classrooms. They pretty much stay locked all the time, but they're electronic locks so that you can make sure that they're not ever unlocked. And especially in the case of an intruder, there's a program that'll make sure that every single door is shut and locked.
𝔼𝕒𝕗𝕝𝕗 and Jennifer has put this thing together so it works the best for everybody. The way this thing flows through this building, you got the teacher's lounge, you got the library looking out. It's just exciting stuff. And they've done an excellent job at it. I'm glad to be a part of that.
Thinking about security even on the inside of the building and supervision of the students, right? So we want everything to be a little bit open, but also controlled for privacy if needed. So there's a lot of windows, but there's also the window covers that are going to help keep it secure in case something were to happen. I love telling people that our design is really designed by the students, the staff, and the community, because all of the feedback that we get during our engagement process, where we do voting exercises and we ask a lot of questions, we ask what's the one thing that you want in your school, we try to incorporate as much as we can into that. And it's really meaningful to us because that's the way that we can design something that we know is going to be useful for the users that are actually going to be here. So.
And if I'm not mistaken, you got a lot of feedback from this community.
We
as
did.
we were going through that.
Yeah, I think we've had, gosh, I don't even know what we're up to, maybe 6 community meetings now over the last 2 years, and a lot of virtual online surveys, and we had dot voting exercises where people put dots on the playground equipment. The students got to vote on that. Which types of equipment do they want? Swings or slides or how tall or ropes and things like that. So it really is student-led design.
And I think that's real important for anyone that's out there listening to this, that if you're going to have a new school built in your community, put the time in and give your comments. Tell the architects what you think, what you want in your community. Because I think that's so important.
Yeah. And just being a part of the process is exciting too.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That's my favorite part of the whole design process, is working with the community and the stakeholders up front to make sure that we can provide them something that they're going to be happy about, that they're going to be excited about the entire way through, and we're not going to show up once it's built and be like, why did we do that? Because we already hopefully heard all of those comments and have built that into the design.
My favorite part is you're taking over come Monday.
Who wants to take over my job? Ooh, okay, takers.
That is what I was so excited about. I can see the community's wishes, physically happening. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's what they wanted.
Yeah, the community meetings I sat in with you guys, I mean, as this thing came together, I could see what the community was talking about once we started building it. So it did work.